All right, you guys, welcome back to the podcast. Your host, Marrell. All right, but let's talk a little bit today. I want to talk a little bit about planning, the importance of planning ahead. And I saw this quote, and it said, "Plan ahead. It wasn't raining when God told Noah to build an ark." So that hit me so hard. I was like, "Ah, yeah, that's so true." So I wanted to like let's talk about that a little bit. I wanted to share my thoughts about that because that's so true. Plan ahead. It wasn't raining when God told Noah to build an ark. So when God told Noah to build an ark, um because it's gonna rain, but why is you building? It's not raining now. Most people are probably thinking, you know, and I'm talking not talking right now. I'm not talking just Bible. I'm talking as far as our lifestyle. Sometimes there's things that happen in the world, and the point is, was you planning ahead? Not if something happened. It's just like if it does happen, you have a plan. You know, so just like I guess everybody know what happened in 2020. A lot of things, people, business shut down because maybe they was ready for it. They was doing good, before, but was they planned ahead? If something doesn't go right, would they have enough, money in the savings? Would they have enough money saved up for just in case the season, or would they be able to change some of their business model, the way they do things, how they're gonna do these things online? How can they um get customer there without people actually sitting in the restaurant? So the key is in everything in life, and this is what you can take out of it, is always plan ahead. No matter if something's going to happen, no matter if something is not going to happen, you still would be already have something ahead. And that's what we have to understand. It's just like the storehouse. Uh, you have, like, say you got something in your storehouse, and I'm calling this storehouse. Say you got tissues, you got paper towels, you got some canned food that lasts at least 2 or 3 years. It's not that you're planning for something to happen, but if something do happen, it's just like I think at a time, I think it was last year, in 2020, people was like needed tissue, and people didn't have tissue because everybody just at that last minute was like going in because the pandemic. Everybody was just going buying so much tissue at one time. So people that maybe came later, they wasn't able to get tissues or paper towels, stuff like that, because they was out of stock for a while until they had to stock up. But at the end of the day, one of the key thing in life you should do is always plan ahead, like little stuff that you can always put away. Now I understand you can't put away bananas; they're gonna mess up. But like tissues and paper towels, stuff that doesn't like expire, it's always good to have something in your storehouse. And I call it storehouse. You can call it whatever you want to call it, but I call it storehouse. Something that you store up. Something that you put away. You can buy canned food. You can buy stuff that it doesn't expire the same year. Maybe it expire 2 years. So even if you don't use it and the 2 years comes up, you maybe give it away, donation, give it away before it expires. But you had stuff planned ahead just in case something doesn't go as planned. Just like you should have a savings account, and not just a savings account. You should have an investment account. You should have some things, different ways to have some cash, have something in the bank, have something in your investment portfolio if you do those things. So you need to have more than one option. It's just like um I've been there that I lost a job before, and maybe you have lost a job or something, and you didn't have nothing backup. You didn't have a backup plan. You didn't have something just in case. So So it's always good to have more than one option. Don't sit there and just be limited just to one thing. And if this one thing doesn't work out, I don't know what I'm going to do. You got to be able to adjust. You got to be willing to, you got to be able to adjust in anything. But at the end of the day, it's good to plan ahead because you don't know. Like they say, sometimes, yeah, you have rainy days. You have those days that you need extra. So always prepare, even if it doesn't happen. Always prepare. Just prepare yourself. Always plan ahead. So that's one of the things I want you to get today off this podcast is just remember to plan ahead. Plan, plan, plan. Get that in your mind. Maybe say it 2 or 3 times a day. I need to plan ahead. I need to start setting a plan. I need to start doing a little this. And it starts small. Whether you like, say you go to the grocery store once a week and you be like, okay, let me just get this, not trying to get everything at one time, because you want to stay budget, you want to stay in your budget, whatever. But say you want to get tissue and you really don't need tissue. You say, oh, I got like some tissue at home right now. But let me just get a little tissue just to stay up to date, just stay just to, keep, um to keep something in your storehouse. As I said, I call it storehouse. Something that you have stored up. So, and it's not just about, oh, I haven't ran out. So I sometimes I buy something when I run out. No, don't wait till you run out of food to buy some food. You want to make sure you have something stocked up. You don't want to just be so that's the key thing of this thing is that I really want you to really get is you got to use wisdom. Sometimes God tells us something and we don't do it, and then we wonder how we get into that trouble, and we're like, Lord, please help me. We're like, God, help me get out of it. And if we would have thought and use our mind and listen probably to God's voice and and heard what he was trying to tell us before we even done something, we wouldn't have to be trying to play. I mean, we let me my words chopped up. I'm sorry. We wouldn't have to be worried about praying about Lord, get us out of this. Lord, get us out of this. But we would have used wisdom and knowing that we should have been planning ahead to already buying a little bit this, buying a little bit this each week. So you say, oh man, so something happens out of a sudden. You like, well, I already got some already. Or maybe the store runs out of this they sometimes the stores, especially at this time in 2021 of November, when the inflation's been going up, things like this been, going, not as planned. But if you was planned ahead, when gas goes up and you already plan ahead, you already got, money saved up for this and things like that. And you just not out there just buying unnecessary stuff like buying shoes that you don't need, but because they look good, you want to buy those shoes. But was it a good financial decision? And you have to look at those things. Is that a good financial decision for me to buy those shoes when I don't need them? But because they are new and they look good, but is that a financial decision? Is that a good financial decision? Because there's no reason for you to be like, oh man, I don't have gas money, but you just bought some new shoes that you really didn't need. That could have been your gas money. We have to know our priorities. We have to set our priorities straight. When you get your priorities straight, you'll see your life starting to, you'll see some things getting better. So, and anything in life, you want to see yourself improve. You don't want to see yourself get older and getting worse. The older you get, you should always be improving. And that's one of the things that you should be doing is always improving, progressing. So, I hope you're getting something out of this podcast. I'm trying something different. I want to, sometimes, help people, not just teach the Bible, because I do teach the Bible on my podcast. If you listen to it, I do, but I want to actually, help you in your, how to plan, how to budget. I want to tell you some things that I do and give you some advice that I have done and things that I've heard. Maybe I haven't done it yet, but I have heard it. So I want to help someone. So I hope this help you. Hope this advice help you. Make sure you also share it. Share this podcast. Share it to your friend. Let someone know about it. I appreciate it. That's all I got for this episode. I'll see you or you hear me next time. Peace. Hey everyone, I wanted to mention that Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. All right, so download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. That's all you have to do. Take care.